By 32, 1 in 2 women has had a UTI. Not careful, repeat infection occurs in a third of those women within the next 6 months. Many take random antibiotics and become resistant in a few years. Costs go up and proper care becomes hard. This article gives the strategy and the steps to avoid all that so you stay healthy long term. 6 parts to this article. 1. Your first urinary tract infection this year. What to do and what not. 2. Second or third UTI this year, what works and what does not. 3. Chronic urinary tract infections, what they are and why treatment now is completely different than before. 4. Symptoms of urinary tract infection but culture reports negative, that is hidden UTI. What to do. 5. How to prevent UTI? Does it come from toilet bacteria or body's own? And finally, the 3 safety nets on UTI treatment, those you cannot forget. UTIs feel like constant companions for women. If you think UTI treatment just fixes the current infection, that's not it. The main goal is to keep you healthy at 80 to 90 years of age, keeping you strong for that. But how? So let's see one by one. 1. First UTI of the year. If you spot the symptoms, you need to pop to the doctor properly. Go that very day or next. Tell them exactly how long you have had the burning sensation, frequency, cloudiness, fever or tummy pain. Many folks skip the visit and just WhatsApp their doctor. Relying on phone messages is risky. Even if your GP has the memory of an elephant, they cannot recall your entire history of infections or other medical issues. Crucially, never pressure the doctor to prescribe antibiotics without a culture report. Treating a UTI over text can actually do you more harm than good. And I will explain why in a moment. Anyway, the doctor will almost certainly order a routine and culture test on the urine. When to give the sample? For the routine and culture sensitivity test, give the first urine of the morning. If your symptoms are severe, a sample from any time of the day will do. Just make sure you haven't started any antibiotics or alkalinizers before this, or the report will be wonky. Routine test. The routine test is quick. If you give a sample in the morning, you can get results by tea time. This gives indirect evidence of infection. If the signs are strong, your doctor might start antibiotics based on the routine report and your history only. This shot in the dark has a fancy name, Empiric antibiotic therapy. Although if the routine reports looks bad or you have a high fever, starting these empiric antibiotics is often the only option you have got. Urine culture and sensitivity test or CS. Using the same sample, the lab starts the culture and sensitivity test next. It takes 2 to 4 days to get the result. This identifies exactly which bug caused the UTI and which antibiotic can kill it. This is your culture checked antibiotic. If the empiric antibiotic you started is different from the culture checked one, you will need to switch it. So, your goal should be to avoid empiric antibiotics whenever possible. First reason to avoid empiric antibiotics. You might not actually have an infection. The burning could simply be from not drinking enough water. Second reason to avoid empiric antibiotics. When you shift from empiric to culture checked medicines, leaving the first course unfinished can create antibiotic resistant bugs. We haven't found a new antibiotic class in over 40 years. We need to be careful. What to do? During these 3 days you wait, drink plenty of water and pee frequently. Be careful with over-the-counter alkalinizers. They might help you with common infections but fail against nasty bacteria like Proteus. Plus, if you take them before giving sample, you might get a false report. Once the culture report arrives, you take the specific medicines and the UTI is defeated. End of story, right? That would be lovely. But actually, the real story starts right here. Second or third UTI of the year. Here is a sobering stat. Without proper care, a third of the people who get their first UTI will suffer a second infection within 6 months. So, you need to learn the prevention strategies inside out right now. If you do get further infections within the year, you need to be extra vigilant. If you are clocking up 2 infections in 6 months or 3 or more in 12 months, stop seeing your general doctor and head straight to urologist. This is known as recurrent UTI or RUTI. For ages, we used that name because science assumed you are getting a fresh infection every time. However, recent findings suggest the rabbit hole goes deeper. We now suspect that even with correct treatment, the infection might be playing hide and seek in your own body. A patient group in the UK called QTIC, or Chronic Urinary Tract Infection Campaign, started a quiet revolution. They compelled the scientific community to rebrand recurrent UTIs as chronic UTI. The NHS officially gave this thumbs up in 2022. So, these days, if you hit that third infection mark in a year, we need to treat it as a chronic UTI. This treatment is a completely different ballgame compared to the standard one-off UTI. It is time to start hunting for the root cause and doubling down on your preventive strategy. Number 3, chronic UTI. We call recurring urinary tract infections as chronic UTI for a reason. Often these sneaky germs hide within the mucous lining of the bladder wall. Antibiotics might stun them for a bit, but they gather strength and bounce back with a vengeance after a few days only. For chronic UTIs, you really need to see a surgical urine specialist, also known as a urologist. Note that they are quite different from nephrologists, who are medical kidney specialists. A urologist will investigate the causes step by step. They check things like, is urine lingering in the bladder after you pee, known as residual urine? Are there hidden stones or grit in some other tummy trouble stopping the kidneys from draining properly? If you are over 50 and getting frequent infections, 40 out of 100 folks might have a condition called cystitis cystica. Without checking the bladder with a cystoscope camera, these issues stay invisible. The treatment just becomes a game of throwing antibiotics in the dark. The urologist's goal is singular: find the root cause of the UTI, treat that specific cause, and save you from unnecessary rounds of antibiotic and stop you from getting antibiotic resistant. Number 4, hidden UTI. Why reports come back sometimes negative? This is a whole science in itself. Patients and doctors worldwide are baffled by it. Often you clearly have a UTI, but the culture report comes back clean. Or perhaps symptoms are coming from something else entirely that isn't being caught. This is where treatment gets messy, so you need to be alert. Sometimes germs literally hide inside the bladder lining, making the infection undetectable. However, some reasons for negative reports are actually preventable. You need to be aware of these preventable causes. Giving a urine sample while still on antibiotic, giving a sample within 2 weeks of finishing a course, or drinking urinary alkalinizers before the tests. These can stun the germs enough that they don't show up in the culture report. There is another crucial factor. If the sample sits in high temperature, gets shoved in a fridge improperly, or travels across town in a motorbike box under the baking sun before reaching the main lab, the culture reports might come back negative even if an infection is present. Number 5, UTI prevention. Do not just have a sigh of relief once antibiotics clear up an infection. You need to commit to preventing repeated episodes for life. Many of us blame public loos for UTI. That's partly true, but the uncomfortable reality is much harder to accept. The vast majority of UTIs come from our body's own bacteria. The distance between the back passage and urinary tract is just few inches. So, without knowing the science of prevention, you will be stuck in a cycle of antibiotics. If you had one UTI, you are statistically more likely to get another soon. You need to know exactly when and how to pee, or why vaginal washes are a bad idea, plus a dozen other simple lesser known tips. I have popped a link to our article on this topic below. Part 6. Safety nets. For your long-term health, science prioritizes 3 safety nets even above curing the immediate UTI. You need to be aware of these. First, preventing antibiotic resistance. You will need antibiotics most after you turn 80. If you spend your first 60 years popping pills randomly without looking at the culture reports, your doctor will have 0 weapons left when you are 80. Thanks to complicated global politics, we haven't had a new class of antibiotics in over 43 years. We have to save the few we have for our twilight years by using them as sparingly as possible in earlier part of the life. Next, if blood cells RBCs appear in routine examination. If your routine test shows RBC plus or blood plus, you must redo the routine test in a month after the infection clears. Even if you feel fine, just make sure it is not during your periods. If the second report still shows blood, you must head it to urologist to uncover any hidden causes for that. Next, don't forget your best friend, water. 3/4 of the earth and over half of our body is water. So drink plenty while you have the time and never hold it in. Go to the loo the moment nature calls. I have included a whole chapter on exactly how much water to drink and when in my upcoming book. That book in Bengali though. Work on that book is underway. If you know Bengali and fancy pre-ordering, click the form below and leave your email and phone number so that you are on the first to know when it drops. That's all today. See you soon with another research article.